Domk.
Are you serious?
Friday nights, 11 till midnight. Indie, local, rock, Domk.
All clear?
97.5 KMOD.
Welcome to the Domkcast. What's up? It's Lunchbox, Promo Brady here as well. We got some good stuff playing in the upcoming weeks. I know we talked about that last week.
Yes, we did.
Josie Scott, we're still trying to iron out.
Yes, he's still getting some stuff ironed out so he can come and join us for this.
You've been busy trying to book guests. And
yes.
A lot of them, they're agreeing to do it, but then
they don't give me information about when they want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter all day, every day, which has been more lately than I've ever been in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I got all these people saying, yeah, sure, yeah, I'm in. You down, I'm down. And I'm like, all right, cool, when? And I hear nothing. I'm like, I know you're busy. I get that. You're probably touring or doing this or making that. And I'm impatient, man. I can wait, but like a fool. I don't want to look like a fool. Please.
Well, possibly.
Don't let me look like a fool.
Possibly. We're going to get Danny Boy from House of Pain.
Yes. They're in Moscow right now, so.
Might be a bit.
And I think I read on his Twitter that he wasn't going to be back until it's like November.
Okay.
So we got a while.
We got a while
on that one.
It's on the horizon. Sonny from POD.
Yes,
I saw that.
He said, yeah, I'll cool. And then I didn't hear anything else back. But they're on tour right now, too.
Right.
In Europe. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, Power Flow is opening up for him, right?
So,
also the band Dorothy.
Yeah, she's the one that says, I'm down. And hasn't returned anything yet either. But I have faith in all these people.
But the one you're most excited about, Living Color.
Yes. I had to direct message him, Corey Glover, of Living Color, and hopefully he'll get back with me and we'll set that up soon because we were just talking about him on Dump. And all of a sudden, like, he's followed me on Twitter. He followed me back and told me direct message him. So I think this one's going to pan out.
Everybody has their few celebrities that they would be starstruck if they were to meet or talk to. So that has to excite you,
yes.
man.
So, yeah, this man really helped me out becoming the person that I am now. So,
yeah,
hopefully this will work out.
All right, so this Domcast, we're going to talk about festivals and the commercial success over the year with festivals, how they've grown into what they are. Talk about some of the local festivals.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got Rocklahoma and Hop Jam that's really taken off the last few years or so.
Yes, we do.
But the first festival I remember hearing about way before my time, obviously. Brady, you've been to a lot of concerts. This is the one I don't think you were at.
No. I may have been thought of at the time, maybe. I don't think I was.
Yeah, but obviously the original Woodstock.
The Woodstock, yes.
Back in 69. It was all about the music back in the day.
Every time I see documentaries or films or whatever about it, it looked like it was a badass, fantastic time of music and nakedness. But it looked so, where do you sleep and camping? And it looked like it all evolved from that one.
They actually celebrated the 25th anniversary of Woodstock with an updated version in 94. And it kind of cracked me up. Okay, I was 14 at the time, Brady.
Yeah.
And I remember watching a lot of the coverage like on MTV, and I was really eating it up because they had a lot of bands like Nine Inch Nails performed in the mud. They had Green Day, I think, was on that
Green Day,
one.
not Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit.
Well, Limp Bizkit was on the 99
that's
one.
I forgot there was two.
Whenever they
That's
celebrated
right.
the
There
30th
was two.
anniversary. But, looking back on it now, you look at, like, some of the bands that played, and you're this music festival that's all about peace and love, and Metallica.
Yes.
Megadeth was a part of one of them. You mentioned 99. They had Limp Bizkit,
Yes.
and people started rioting during Limp Bizkit's performance.
Catching things on fire, and there was like a big circle around. It's like a tribal thing. I'm like, somebody's going to die today.
The
It
temps
looks horrible.
were well into the hundreds, and I think everybody's just delirious from all the
Because I believe
heat.
the water cost so much during that Woodstock. Everybody's complaining about how much the water costs.
Yeah.
You're here for Woodstock, and you're charging me $5 for a bottle of 99-cent water.
They're going to get you
They're
somehow.
going to get you.
Because this is the evolution of music festivals. It started out as this very political thing with the original Woodstock, and then somewhere along the lines they're like, well, we got to make some money off the anniversary of Woodstock.
Things cost money. Somebody has to pay for this.
We're going to have $10 bottles of water.
Ah.
Like Limp Bizkit performing. I think even Rage Against the Machine was a part of 99, if I remember right. But Limp Bizkit was the band that was performing on stage, and Fred Durst was yelling at the crowd because he said he could see people getting hurt in the crowd. Yeah. And so he would talk back to them after like one of the songs, like after they did Break Stuff or Nookie, and be like, hey, man, if you knock somebody down, pick them back up.
It's the rules. Pick them back up. I don't know what the world would be today if we didn't have music festivals. I mean, because we have concerts and then we have festivals. Even though they're both the same, they're completely opposite, totally different from each other.
I always gravitate towards Woodstock, but then based off of that, there was a lot of them in the 90s that popped up. Obviously, Lollapalooza became a big thing. Perry Farrell started that whole thing. Yeah. And then there was Coachella, which started out in California. It was really kind of random because Pearl Jam had a dispute with Ticketmaster, right? And so they decided to not do a concert in L.A. They did it in a field outside of the city, and I believe like 93 or so. That wasn't the original Coachella, but a lot of people point to that as like
a starting point for it. Yeah, because they wanted to get away from Ticketmaster and not be as charging so much money for it. But now look at it now to where it's like, I would say Coachella is like the number one festival. When you think of festivals in the U.S. anyway, it's Coachella.
Last year, Brady, it made $92.5 million, man.
Which is crazy. And it's like the place to be seen. It's more like the fashion and being seen there than it is about the music, which the music is very cool. Yeah. But now it's like you have to wear like the right outfit. You got to be with the right person. You got to be looking the right way and got to be drinking the right drink. Oh, yeah. And Kanye West is on stage right now. It's like an afterthought to me when I think about Coachella. So probably if I ever go, probably not. I mean, the wife wants to go, which I would take her if she wants to go. But my opinion, I probably would never go to Coachella.
Seems like it would be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that everybody needs to do at some point. Now, you were talking about the difference between American music festivals and European music festivals.
Yes. What I found is this. As I was doing a little bit of research about this, there are three things that you have to deal with between a U.S. festival and a UK festival. Number one is trash. We apparently are better about keeping ourselves tidy and containing the trash.
Yeah.
Unlike in the UK, where it's just all over the place and they don't pick it up and you're just swimming in it and you're laying in it, it's going nowhere until the festival is done. Like with Rocklahoma,
wow.
We're out there every day before the gates open. People are out there picking up the trash. There's like a vacuum, like lawnmower truck thing that sucks it all up off the ground.
We're very hospitable.
We're
we're
good about that. UK, no. You are going to lay in that trash until we are done, and you're done throwing the trash on the ground, and then we'll come in and pick it up.
You know,
I get it,
funny.
But then
I came across a story not too long ago that in Denmark they brewed a new beer that's called the Pilsner. There was a European music festival where they had everybody pee in troughs. Well, there was a brewing company in Denmark that took everybody's urine, they cleaned it up, and they used it as fertilizer for the hops and the grains that they were growing for a certain beer. I think it was I love beer.
You love beer.
But I couldn't.
Well, pee is very sterile. I mean, you won't die from it.
It was just a thought
in case
of like
you need it. I mean,
tons of Europeans.
But I get it.
I
get it. Which brings up the second thing, bathrooms. That's the number two difference.
Okay.
Our bathrooms are like men, women, very separate. They're not the best clean things you can get into, but there's worse.
Yeah.
And like in the UK, where they're co-ed bathrooms. Not co-ed. Is that the right word, co-ed?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It is the right word.
Yeah.
So men and women use the same bathroom, and they're all lined up. Some of them are open, so everybody sees each other, which, of course, in Europe, they're always cool with that. It gets so bad because it gets so filled, and it overflows. So you got the trash, and you got the feces all over the grounds now. So everybody's using the bathrooms at the same time, all over the place. They don't get cleaned because they don't pick up the trash. So that's number two.
My
bathrooms.
wife would hate this. That's her biggest complaint about Rocklahoma every year. It's like, I got to go in the porta potty.
Yes.
Got to tough it out just like everybody else.
So imagine your wife in a Euro festival having to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And she's sitting next to a guy using the bathroom.
She wouldn't do
She
it.
would lose it.
Yes.
She would. I'm like, after going to Little Fair, and I was like the only of three guys at the place, going to the men's bathroom, it was all women. So I had to go to the bathroom in front of, which is like, you know what? What am I going to do? I have to pee.
It's funny. The filth is just free-flowing in Europe, apparently, because if you go in a men's and women's room here in the States, like the men's room, there's like fungus growing on the walls and stuff, and it's like so dirty. But you go into a women's room, and it's spotless. They have couches
potpourri.
Where you can, yes.
It's all good. Yeah, it's totally different. The last one is the mud. Now, at Rocklahoma, we've had some mud fests before.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to what's in the UK because all their festivals happen during the season where it rains a lot. I mean, they get rain anyway. No matter what time of day it is, it's going to rain. But they have so much mud during festivals that it is like a thing that you have to come to the festival wearing mud boots to your knees. It's a given. No matter what outfit you have on after that, it's fine, but you're coming to a festival in mud boots. So with the mud, that's up to your knees, and the trash, that's all over the place, and the feces and the piss all over the place, and you're watching Metallica on stage.
Man, they know what to do it.
I don't know.
I don't know what to think about that being a acceptable experience in Europe.
Yeah. But the one thing I can't accept is the nakedness.
Well,
in
yeah.
Europe, they get naked and don't care. You don't get arrested. They don't stop you. They let you walk around. Men, women, you're all over the place. Just fancy free, all hanging out.
Well, that's just acceptable in their culture in general. You could turn on the TV if you go over there and visit. You know, didn't you used to live in London?
In London when I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all over the place. But if you do that here, you're going to get arrested.
Well, especially in Oklahoma.
And you're going to get stopped.
The Bible
yes.
Belt,
it ain't going to happen. Don't free a nipple here. No freeing the nipples. It ain't going to work. So.
Yeah, remember there was a festival when we were, I think it was in the 90s, and Sponge was out at the River Parks West Festival grounds, and they got kicked off of stage because the lead singer dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, I remember that.
A rule out there. You can't cuss or anything. And
we were just talking about Coachella. Here it's a 3-day event. And this year's playing is Radiohead, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, DJ Khaled, Kaleo. The one that's compared to in the UK is Glastonbury, which is freaking huge.
Okay.
This is the largest and most talked about festival in Europe. It's the largest greenfield festival in the world, which means like Rocklahoma, open field. This thing goes on for 5 days.
5 days?
5 days.
These people have jobs?
No. Now, I thought it was bad when Rocklahoma first started because that one was 4 days before they cut it down to 3.
I didn't realize
when
Rocklahoma
first started, it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was fun, but you felt like you've been ran over by a semi. And this year playing at Glastonbury is Radiohead, Royal Blood, Chris Christopherson, Foo Fighters, Katy Perry, Run the Jewels, Ed Sheeran, Biffy Clyro. Those are the headliners.
Yeah, that's an eclectic group.
Yes, because over in the UK, their festivals are like more like a hodgepodge of people. They don't care about one genre. I mean, they have like the downloads of the metal festivals, but majority of their festivals are like this, where they just like have everybody who's hot or now or want to see can play on the same stage. So you'll see Aerosmith going right after Slayer, Bam Bam, Katy Perry, Kendrick Lamar, Rage Against the Machine. I mean, like anything like that.
That's interesting because I feel like that's what Lollapalooza and Coachella are like trying to do.
Because the one thing about our festivals is like Rock on the Range or California Rebellion or even like Bonnaroo. We're just trying to get in that format now because they're very eclectic when it comes to festivals as well. So we're getting away from that one thing, like you're going to get all rock or all pop or all metal. We're going to like hodgepodge it and give you a little bit of everybody, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah. Just got to get used to it.
So in terms of local festivals, they've kind of evolved in this town over the years. I could think back in the day, the Brady Block Party, but even before that, they had D-Fest.
Yeah, D-Fest.
For a few years, and that started out as a local band festival. I remember the first year that they did it, they blocked off 18th at Boston, and they just had local bands.
It was a short little strip. I remember that. And it was like the 4 or 5 bars that held all the bands, and one made stage.
And then that really, I felt like, evolved into a pretty cool thing because they closed off first in Detroit, the Blue Dome district, and they had bands playing in various little bars in that little district, and then of course they had the main stages. I think one year Cake played it. Ghostland Observatory was a part of it one year. Blue October. They're starting to get like some big bands for it, and then it just went away.
It went away. The last one was when Flaming Lips played. It's the last one I went to.
Well, that was a Brady Block Party.
Yes.
It got rained out.
There was one where they did play.
There was? Really?
There was, yes. There was, because the mayor, I forget which mayor it was, she was talking in the microphone. They always have the little camera that sticks on the top of it so you can see their face, but you just see from their nose and eyes, and it's made them really big and bug-eyed. Yeah. So she was talking about, welcome to, D-Fest, things where everybody come out. The Flaming Lips, but the only thing you see was upper nose. You couldn't see her eye. I mean, it was just upper nose. So everybody kept laughing because the mayor's talking and you're just looking up her nose. But that was I think that was the last year of D-Fest because it just, like you said, just disappeared. But we had so many festivals come and go, like that one and Center Neediverse, which was starting to be really kick-ass. and now that's gone. It's like we just can't keep them. We have two good ones.
Well, I feel like there's always one festival that inspires a bunch of others, and I think we've kept